we have a table that represents f of x, g of x, and h of x. On the previous examples, we had an equation and we had a graph, and now we have a table. And so we have a lot of empty space here. I wonder what to do with it. Let's keep reading. Find the average rate of change on the interval from 3 to 5. And we're going to do that actually for all three of them. So we're going to do that for f, for g, and for h. And then each of the functions above closely matches, maybe not exactly, but closely matches the rate of change of each of the functions below on the same interval. Match each function based on their rates of change on this interval. This is practice in just finding a rate of change. It's going to be really, really easy. So let's go. I want to find the rate of change from 3 to 5, which really means for the f function, f, we're going to do, let's do g, and we're going to do h. There we go. So for f, I want to do f of 5 minus f of 3 over, 5 minus 3. We'll do it that way. There we go. 5 minus 3. So this is y1, and then this is the, x1, and this is the y value associated with that. So this would be x1, y1, and this would be y2, x2, and then y2. So we'll plug those in. Let's do the same thing here. G of 5 minus G of 3 over 5 minus 3. You know the denominators are going to be 2. And then we're going to have H of 5 minus H of 3 over 5 minus 3. So 2 in the denominator here, and here, and here. And numerators are going to be, there's my trusty calculator, 8 minus 2. Don't need a calculator for that. You better not. That's going to give me 6 over 2, which is 3. Okay. The average rate of change of the f function from here to here is 3. Just asking for slope. Really, this lesson is a review of slope and then just matching things accordingly. So there was the f. All right, let's do the g. G of 5 is 12.5. And that one's 1.5. And when we subtract those, we have 11. And that's going to give me 11 over 2, which is 5.5. All right, that takes care of g. Let's do this one. Calculator time. 5.378 minus 2.744. And yeah, we're going to have to take half of that. 5.378 minus 2.744. We'll just jump straight to the answer. 1.317. Okay, fantastic. All right, now what I really want to do is match these three slopes, these average rates of change, to the average rates of change for these three. So I also have to find the slope of these. So I need m of 5 minus m of 3 over 5 minus 3. Let's just go ahead and call the denominator what it is, right? N of 5 minus n of 3 over 5 minus 3, and then p of 5 minus p of 3 over 5 minus 3. We're going to find these, and then find the ones up here that it closely corresponds to. All right, a little bit of matching. So we're going to plug a 5 in, crank out an answer, and we can do that. You can do it on Desmos, and actually when you do it on Desmos, you can define it as m of x, and then in the next line down, you'll say m of 5, and it'll crank out an answer. Actually, you could type that whole thing in. It's beautiful. I'm not going to do it on Desmos because, hey, I don't feel like it. X squared plus 1/6 times x to the third, and then minus 2. And I'm going to find out what happens when I plug in a 5 and a 3. And this is what I get. So it gives me 10.5 minus negative 0.5 over 2. And that's going to give me 11 over 2. That's 5.5. I've already identified which one that is. So this corresponds to G. Matches with G. All right, on the same interval. Okay, do the next one. Again, Desmos, type n of x equals, and then type that exactly. And then right here, you could type that exact same thing, crank the answer right out. It's glorious. I love it. But I'm not doing it right now because I'm just explaining it on a calculator instead. I just like it better that way, I guess. 59161 minus 30184 over 2. All right, let's do it. 59161, 30184, and we'll divide that in half, and we get 1.449, which I think matches kind of closely to this. I didn't say it would be perfect. Before I say that for sure, let's do the last one. and hope that it turns out. 1/40 times 4 to the x minus 1. By the way, if you're going to type this one into Desmos, you're going to need parentheses around that exponent, because about the time you get up in the exponent and try to type -1, it's going to drop you back down. You need parentheses around it. All right, we plug in 3, we plug in a 5. Oh, I know what this one's going to be. Sort of. 6.4. Yeah, I know exactly what this is going to be. 0.42. It's going to give me 6/2, which is 3. Sure enough, this one matches with F. We have found them all. This one does not match perfectly, but it is close. Matches with H, and this matches, well, maths. Here, let's squeeze a C in there. Matches with